Can you see me? I hope so, because I'm not moving.
You're watching The Adventures of Awesome Annie. I'm Annie. Life's awesome, so let's live it together.
As you can see, I am at a lake-ish thing, pond. Okay, so today I have a story to tell, and it happened right here at this very spot. So about 2 years ago, I admitted to some friends from church that I have never been fishing in my life, ever. Even though I spent 4 years in Mississippi, I had never been fishing. So one of the guys in my friend group, determined to change this, said, "What are you doing this next week?" And I said, "Nothing." And so he said, "I'm taking you fishing Monday morning, 6 a.m. I'm gonna pick you up. Apparently in the state of Missouri, you have to have a permit to go fishing." I don't know, I know nothing about fishing. But I went to buy my fishing permit from Walmart, because Walmart sells fishing permits, and the price of the fishing permit was $12 even. 12 even. Not $11.99, not $12.02. 12 even. That never happens with tax and everything. 12 is my lucky number, always has been. So when it came to 12 even, I thought, well, this is gonna be a good fishing trip, right? So at 6 a.m. in the morning, bright and early, I get in the car with him. His name's Ryan, by the way, I should have said that. So I hop in his car, and we head out to find a good spot for fishing. He had 2 fishing poles and bait and all the stuff he needed to go fishing with. And we go to our first destination. Unfortunately, it had been raining a lot in the past few weeks, and it had flooded over, and there was no way in, and so we waded through a good, I don't know, length. I have no concept of how to measure this length, but we wadded through grass. We wadded? We trudged. We trudged through marshy, swampy grass with a lot of mud, trying to get to the shoreline maybe, but there really wasn't one because it had flooded over. Wow, I am struggling. Anyway, so we decided to try a different place. So the next place we tried, by now it's probably about 7 o'clock. So the next place we try, it says it doesn't open until 8. So we weren't gonna wait around for an hour. So we thought, okay, on to the next one, you know? So where did we go? I think we drove for a while, and then we had to turn around and go back. Anyway, so it was about 8 o'clock when we got there. But we got to, I think, Tillis Park, if I'm not mistaken. We set everything up, and we cast our nets. What is this, Bible times? Ah! Anyway, so Ryan taught me how to hook a bait and how to cast the line, which took me a really long time to figure out how to get it to do anything other than just drop right in front of me. But I finally did. We figured it out, and I tried a whole bunch of times, and I'd get a nibble, and then I'd like, try and reel it in, and I'd always lose it, and all this. So eventually, probably about an hour later, so this puts this at like probably 9 o'clock-ish, I finally caught my very first fish. It was a little, it was just a little fish. It was probably about this big, and it was like a sunfish. I don't really know what it was. It was, you know, you throw it back in afterwards. Too many fish in the sea to miss one. I was so excited. I got my first fish. The love, the joy. So we weren't really catching very many fish there, and Ryan decided to move on to a different park. So we came here to Forest Park. This lake has a name, I'm sure, but I don't know what it is. We came here to this very shoreline where I am right now, and I was getting a lot better at casting at that point. So I cast it out, and the very first time I cast out, I caught a fish. So I reeled it in, and of course now I'm keeping a count, you know. Unhook it, throw it back in, so that's 2, right? And, you know, we're cutting up worms and putting them on and doing that whole thing, and I'm touching fish, which was crazy for me, although I did have gloves, so that was nice. And so time passes, and I just start to catch like a consistent number of fish. Almost every time I threw my, you know, thing out there, I'd get a fish, or at least 1 every 5 or something like that. I don't know. So it's getting close to lunch. We're running out of bait. We only have, I think, a few worms left, and my lucky number is 12. So in my head I went, you know what I would really love is to catch 12 fish before we're done. Like, how cool would that be? But I was stuck on 10, and we were running out of bait. So I wasn't sure this was gonna work at all, and the fish had really slowed down. Like, I just wasn't catching what I was catching before. So I finally threw it out and I got 11, and we have one worm left. One worm left. So I took a rock and I separated that worm into like 4 pieces. Because we're getting real stingy on the worms, right? And I had to share with Ryan. Well, Ryan had to share with me. They're his worms. Anyway. Okay, the ducks are back. Sorry. The ducks are back. And I got attacked by something at the same time. Hey! You just swimming laps around me, or you just hanging out? Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? We had one little segment of a worm left, so Ryan gave it to me because he's a gentleman. So I used the last segment of the worm, throw it in there, and a couple times, and I catch something, I snack it, I reel it in, and there is my 12th fish. Last worm, 12th fish, 12 and 12. My permit was $12, right? So I'm super stoked. And I go take out my phone to take a picture of my 12th fish on my first ever fishing trip. Call it beginner's luck, I don't know. But I never in my wildest dreams thought I was gonna catch 12 fish on my first try. How much more lucky can you get? So I catch my 12 fish, take out my phone, and I go to take a picture, and I glance down at the time. What time is it, right? And the time at which I got my 12 fish and took that picture was none other than 12:12 p.m. 12:12 p.m. I caught my 12th fish with a $12 fishing permit. And oh, did I mention that 12 is my lucky number? I think I did. Anyway, super coolest day ever. Ryan goes, all right, next stop, we're gonna stop and get some lottery tickets or some scratch-offs because you are having far too much luck today. Anyway, it's been 2 years. I have still not gone fishing since. I just don't have the stuff for it. But I really loved it, and I'd love to do it again. So that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you enjoyed the bloopers that will probably come after this because it has been very distracting out here. Okay, so if you like this video, subscribe. I put out new videos every other week. Like, comment, tell me about your first fishing trip. Have you ever been fishing? Do you want to go fishing? Do you like fishing? Do you hate fishing? Hey, look, a spider. I got on this video! Okay, subscribe! There are a bunch of little children. My A.D.D does not allow me to film outside of my room. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. This is not a good idea. Okay, anyway, and I'm on a hill, and I'm going down the hill. Yeah. Can't get comfort. Comfort? I have a confession to make. Why am I starting like this? This makes no sense. I mentioned that I've never been fishing before in my life. Sent me to the store to get a... What the... Oh. No worries, guys. It's just a piece of fluff. Did he just get my car a ticket? Like, what? And the ducks are back. What is happening in my life? I am so distracted right now. There's just grass everywhere. I want to pick the grass up and like rip it into little shreds. Focusing. Focus. Okay. So there was one worm. Where was I? Okay, so yeah, so nature. And I'm just really distracted. Anyway, so 11 fish. This is a horrible story. Cut the worm, ate the worm. Well, I didn't eat the worm. Too many fish in the sea to miss one. Too many fish in the sea to miss one. Too many fish in the sea to miss one. Bobby said too many fish in the sea to miss one. Too many fish in the sea. I gotta go see if I got a parking ticket. So we're gonna end this video. Subscribe if you want to.